Hi, I'm Michael with The New Sound, where we develop tools and strategies to keep music in school. And today I'm going to be interviewing performer, producer, and founder of Songcraft Academy, Powys. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video though, because Powys is going to be showing us a unique production tip. Let's go.
Word. Hey, hey, hey.
So I'm here with Powys, and we're chilling in your living room. Is this where you like to make music?
This is where I love, and learn to make music. I got the laptop. I got the couch. Historically, I like to cook a beat and then go on a nice long walk, beautiful neighborhood, get the inspiration that way, keep my legs busy as I, type out the words. But I've been finding lately, being in here and being able to capture the words as I write them has been the most effective way to get the perfect energy from the take into the song. So yes, the big red couch is the home of the music.
Do you find that this environment helps you create music more organically versus like a studio space, or do they both serve their own kind of purpose when you're creating?
Yeah, I think it depends on the studio space. My chair is no good in there. I guess I could just, if you're in a studio with great couches, yeah, ride it. And with great inspiration on the walls, like I make music in another room as well, and I've got beautiful paintings and some memorabilia from my close friends that reminds me to push through if I'm having a particularly frustrating time, for example. But yeah, I think being relaxed and not having to think so much about so many things, calm down the thinking and let the ideas come through naturally. So the comfort is vital for me.
Totally, and it just keeps it really simple as well, right? You're not worried about having to turn on all these different monitors, plugging all these different cables in, changing all these different parameters. It's just kind of, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I think the kids call it decision fatigue. Hey, it sounds good still, guys.
Yeah.
People can use their iPhones and make it sound good.
Totally.
Headphone, boom, boom. We're laughing. Simple.
I love it.
That's how we like it.
In what ways has your childhood influenced the way you make music today?
I think the most important things from my childhood were having access to GarageBand. We had Apple computers before everybody else, and having two older brothers who had deep music taste that was diverse, who got me into a whole bunch of different genres, and taking that inspiration and doing the electronic music making right from the start.
So was there something about making music on the computer that really like grabbed your interest right away?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't really allowed to watch TV. So if we were using the computer, it was kind of allowed. So that was fun to be able to actually do something on a screen. And the excitement of, ooh, I really like this loop, and putting it in and then sequencing different things and thinking, oh my gosh, I've just made this. I have no idea how to play anything, but I've just clicked and dragged all these things. And now at the end is a song. And just that feeling of accomplishment, that was a big driver for sure.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
So I was just curious, when you're creating songs, how do you overcome creative blocks and stay inspired throughout that process?
Definitely challenging at times. I would say I try to release any expectation from the song. I do a lot of writing words, and I'll find, oh, if I don't like this lyric and I don't like that lyric, ignore it, keep writing. Basically, my process is write as much as I can to the beat, and then eventually I'll find the identity of the song. And then all the rest that I lost so much sleep over, should this lyric make it? You don't need to lose that much sleep over those things. So try not take it so seriously, and just be prolific and not be afraid to write lines that you dislike in the moment. Because then you come back a few weeks later, a few months later, turns out you like the lines, but your mood in that moment maybe wasn't ready to accept what the offering was. So I just try to not take myself so seriously and allow myself to write what I would perceive in the moment as bad lines. Later on, they might be great.
So I'm just curious how you see the technology behind music production changing in the future. What do you think could happen?
So I think music creators have access to so many sounds with Splice and other sample libraries, looperman.com, where you can just get a riff that someone's played, that there was going to be so much overlap in music making. Eventually, copywriting is just going to implode. It's going to be a copyright apocalypse, if you will. And in my lifetime, I've seen some big remixes be made. For example, Speed Demon by Michael Jackson get remixed by Nero, and the remix is so good that eventually the label says, okay, we'll adopt that. It'll be on streaming services everywhere. They get paid, the remixer gets paid. So basically, I think we're not going to be able to track who's using what and who is the originator. You can't put a copyright on chord progressions. You can't put a copyright on drumming. So yeah, I think it's just going to lead to a new world where we can kind of do whatever we like, and whoever makes the best song that catches hold gets to survive.
Yeah, I guess there's no one stopping you, right? If there's no one stopping you from using these samples, like you can truly just be as creative as you want.
Yeah, if they think I get to get paid off of you using my sample and I get to get paid off you remixing my song, by all means.
If you could give advice to someone who's brand new to producing music, what would it be?
Two things. First, learn what you like. Find out what the names of your favorite sounds are. You like the twinkle in that one song, find out that it's a triangle, find out that it's chimes. You like the low humming sound that goes through, find out that that's a bass guitar, sub bass. Okay, Google can help you with that. And second, persist. There's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be difficult at times, but I promise, when you get over that hump and you make something you love, it's going to all be worth it. A few short pieces of education can go such a long way. You can find a YouTube video or a piece of literature that teaches you how to do something, and that can just make your workflow so much more smooth and make it so much easier and so much more enjoyable. So I guess I'd say 3 tips. Find out the names of the stuff you like. Make your workflow easy by getting educated. And don't give up, okay? When your back's against the wall, go beyond, baby. Plus ultra.
I love it.
Yeah.
So would it be possible to show us a music production technique?
I would love to. Laptop's right here. So I've got my Logic Pro set up here, and I work a lot with pre-recorded loops. So I'm going to hit play. You're going to hear the sound, and you're going to see in my DAW, my digital audio workstation, I only have 3 loops going. With the help of everyone in this room, we've made this sound quite okay. I like it a lot, but it will get a bit monotonous over time. So the trick I'm going to be showing you is called Remix FX, namely the gator function. So I'm going to click on the track. Over here, I'm going to click Remix FX. The dialog window is going to pop up, and I am going to press on this button here, and that's going to make the sound come in and out. It's a form of automation. It's going to keep the sound fresh throughout the song. So I'm going to hit play. It's going to play all the way through with the original sound. And then when your ears start to get a little tired of it, I'm going to apply the gator, as you'll see. I'll be clicking right here. So hitting play. Let go, let it go. And now I want to change a bit, so I'll change it by clicking right. And you can bring it back in. Let them know what they're missing. And there's a couple different ways, a couple different rates you can gate it. Just taking the same good sound that you found and letting it go over and over, and finding a way to be able to use it. You can use this on drum patterns as well. You know what, while we're here, why don't we do that really quickly? This is all in one drum loop that I don't typically like to do. Even as a loop assembler, I will pick the different elements of the drums, but let's boot up the Remix effects here. It's a little bit tougher when everything's playing at once, but I'm gonna hit play, and there's a repeater here. And if I click on the repeater, I can make a certain part of the drum loop go over and over again. And let it come in and out. You can make the kicks come at rapid speed, which might be tough on the ears. Hold on. Bring the hi-hats in a lot, and then let it go a little bit earlier than you think. And then it comes back in. Okay. Folks, this is how you can stretch your loops, all right? Yes, you can become a master guitarist, or
You can click and drag some things. There are so few boundaries to get into music these days. Make the song, feel your feelings. Hopefully this tip was helpful to you. Thanks so much to the new sound.
Powys, thank you so much for letting us come into your creative space.
My pleasure, man. Seriously.
Dude, really appreciate it. Yeah. And I also just want to thank the Edith Lando Virtual Learning Center located at UBC. They've been supportive and actually allowed us to make this content. So thank you guys so much. Keep creating, and we'll see you in the next video.